First of all, why are you in this court in shorts?
I'm sorry.
This hearing doesn't begin with arguments or evidence. It begins with a fashion offense. Shorts in a courtroom? To a judge, that's no small matter. Appearances speak volumes, and at this very moment, the defendant has already lost ground.
The lady, excuse me? You, come forward. Yes, come, no, come forward. First of all, why are you in this court in shorts?
I'm sorry. I was just, I don't know. I've never really been in court.
All right, second of all, turn your phone over to the deputy. Do not close it. Deputy Laura, if you'll delete whatever photo she took, please.
Hello. This is.
All right, who are you taking photos of?
Oh, I was letting my daughter know my son is okay, and they.
No, my question is, who are you taking photos of? All right, so Deputy Laura, if you put her in cuffs, since you want to be next to her son and put her in the box.
I apologize, ma'am.
I appreciate your apology.
I didn't know.
All right.
Put your phone picture back.
And who is Rick?
Did you catch that? The judge ordered her cuffed and placed in a holding box beside her son. That's raw judicial power on full display. A stark warning etched in real time. Never gamble with a judge's patience.
He's with Charles Monk.
All right. Well, I'm sure Charles Blunt will come back and take care of you, but for now, you're going to be in the box. Did you understand in count 2, you're charged with felon in possession of a firearm? That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge. Prior to that, I do have a letter that's been penned by my client's mother, Miss Dora Jimenez. She's joining us on Zoom, I believe, or not on Zoom, but she's watching on YouTube. She was not able to testify this morning as she had some childcare issues with her nieces that she was responsible for caring to today. I also have 14 attendance meetings for Narcotics Anonymous. As the court's aware, part of the allegations in the indictment do allege use of narcotics.
State, any objections to the court reviewing the letters and the NA meeting submitted by defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Court has reviewed the documents that you've submitted to court. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, just he is accepting responsibility. He is remorseful. He's made attempts to show he's part of the solution and not the problem here by acknowledging responsibility in this matter. We're asking the court to consider the facts of this case, the circumstances, his entire cooperation with law enforcement throughout that investigation, and to show some leniency considering those facts and circumstances.
All right, State, is there anything you wish to say with regards to sentencing?
Now we witness the courtroom tug-of-war. The defense parades glowing letters of support, brimming with family devotion, while the prosecution challenges their sincerity. The question hangs heavy. Should personal loyalty bend the scales of justice?
The only thing that I wish to say is that while I do not doubt the sincerity of the author of the letter in support of Mr. Gomez, I am somewhat skeptical of its accuracy in terms of its judgment of his character. That's all, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. State, you may be excused. All right, is there anything you wish to say, sir?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Nate Gomez, Jr.
All right, what do you wish to say?
Well, I just really wanted to say, this is the first time I had came home and started just doing what I had to do. I got me a job. It was my first time getting an actual real job. I'm an excavator operator. I would work underground utilities. It was the first time I ever did an income tax check. It was my first time not going back into the crime of what I used to do or things that I used to do. It was the first time I was trying to be a father, a good, productive citizen. They led up to this point. I've made a lot of wrong choices in my life, but these two choices I made, I felt they were good. It's just I feel like my past has caught up to me, and just how they said in my character, I get judged on my character a lot. You know.
All right, so I'm reading, I read the steps. I always read everything. And even though I know the count was waived, it's a part of your stipulations, and there's meth involved.
Yes, ma'am.
So how are you getting your life back on track and doing the right thing when you have family to take care of and you have meth in your vehicle?
Yes, for the gun and the meth. Well, to that day, I had just got promoted at work, and in that promotion, while I was getting dressed, I moved my son's backpack.
Wait, his excuse? Methamphetamine use and a firearm hidden in his son's backpack. But judges aren't persuaded by claims of ignorance. For a felon, possession of a firearm is an unforgiving boundary. Cross it and you invite inevitable disaster.
With those two,
But I'm sorry, you moved what?
my son's backpack.
All right,
Those
so you're
two
saying,
items I find inside. So as I take it, I'm thinking, all right, well, being a dad, I got to tend to this. I need to get to it, but I also have a job promotion with all my foremans. So as I go, I pulled over to get see. I had been working all that whole week. We're working that whole week, long hours. I pulled over, went to sleep for a little bit, and that's when the call came in. I mean, I couldn't just stop what I was doing right then and then to tend to that right then and then. I had to do the job promotion.
all right. And so you're saying,
I'm not trying to place the blame on
No.
anybody.
I understand. So you're saying you just grabbed the backpack and put it in the vehicle?
No, once I found it, I just took it.
So did you take the backpack or no?
No.
Okay. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. All right, we can go off the record. I want you to know that I strongly considered your mother's letter, but when you look at your criminal history.
And there it is, 10 years behind bars. The judge even noted she could have gone harsher given his extensive record. Prior convictions never fade away. They return like relentless ghosts, haunting every sentencing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you doing?
Better.
Better?
I've been better.
All right, so I received a report where they're requesting early termination for you, potentially, or either to extend your case. So, you know what I always ask everybody, because you're here for a drug case. If you give a UA today, what are the results going to be?
I will be honest, I will still come out positive.
All right.
Last UA submitted, Your Honor, if I may, I apologize for interrupting. It was on the 28th. And it was positive for marijuana.
All right, so this is where we are. You are not allowed to use marijuana while you're on probation. It's just, you can't do it. So you have a choice to make. What you're on probation for is a state jail felony. And let me see here. You're on deferred adjudication. So if you were revoked, you're looking at 2 years at the state jail facility, potentially. So the question for you is, do I want to potentially go to the state jail facility for 2 years over marijuana? Is marijuana that important to me?
No, it's not.
You're acting like it is. And so what I can tell you is, I received this supplemental report, and you know what 3 choices they gave me? They said, do you want to extend this case for 6 months? Or do you want to terminate this case? Which means you're done with probation. If you would have came into this court negative, I probably would have agreed that you could be off probation. But you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You've taken the classes, but you're not internalizing anything. It appears that your go-to is, let me use marijuana. I had a good day. Let me use marijuana. I had a bad day. Let me use marijuana. I had friends in college, and you know what they would tell me? They would say, "Oh my gosh, the air is so crisp and cool. This reminds me of great days." I'm like, "What great days?" They're like sitting on the balcony at the apartment smoking marijuana. I never smoked marijuana, but they tell me that there are some good memories sometimes that people have associated with that. You are making bad memories by using marijuana. And you will continue to be extended, or maybe a motion to revoke is going to be filed on you for using marijuana. When you're on probation, you're not allowed to use marijuana. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. Those are the rules. Those are the rules of Texas. You go in any courtroom in Texas, and guess what? You can't use marijuana. You can't drink alcohol. Do you have children? How many?
2,
What are their ages?
11 and 12.
They know their mom uses marijuana. Because I guarantee you, your clothes smell like marijuana. If you've ever hugged your child, they're smelling marijuana. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to have the mother who's smoking marijuana. And if you have a boyfriend in your life who thinks it's great for you to be smoking marijuana and you're smoking marijuana with him, you need to cut him loose. You know why? He doesn't care for you. Because if he cared for you, he would tell you, "Baby, you can't be smoking marijuana because you could potentially go to the state jail facility for 2 years." And Rashawn will tell you, I sent women to prison, women to the state jail facility, men to prison, men to the state jail facility. Because we can only do so much. And after that, we'll move on to the next case. Do you understand? So guess what's going to happen today?
Getting extended.
Yes, you are. And you know what comes with that? More reporting, more fees, all of that's going to pile up on you. And you know whose fault it is that you're getting extended?
Mine.
Yes. So the next time you think about smoking marijuana, you need to ask yourself, do I want my probation extended? Do I want to go to the state jail facility for up to 2 years? If your answer is yes, then you go ahead and you smoke your marijuana. And guess what's going to end up happening?
This moment strikes the hardest. The judge declares that children can smell marijuana on their mother. This isn't just about probation. It's about parenthood. A single reckless act doesn't just endanger freedom, it scars the family, echoing far beyond the courtroom walls.
Your children will not be with you potentially for 2 years. And in that 2 years' time, anything can happen, because I don't care what anybody says. Good mothers, nobody loves a child like their mother if it's a good mother. If it's a bad mother, then you can't say that. Do you understand? Be a good mother to your children. All right, we're going to extend her, and I'm going to want her tested for levels. And if those levels do not start to drop, file a motion to revoke. And I will hear your case. Maybe you'll be brought over dressed in blue. Maybe you'll bond out, but I will hear your case if those levels go up. Do you understand? So how often are you using marijuana? Is it every day?
No.
When?
When I do have bad days.
All right. And why are you having bad days?
Who doesn't?
Is it like life?
Yes, it's hard being a mother, a daughter, a sister, a girlfriend, a cosmetologist, a felon. It's a lot. I make sure everybody's good. Nobody makes sure I'm good. I try to talk to my PO. My PO tells me she doesn't get paid enough to hear it. Like,
oh, no. Let's not start with that, because let me just tell you something in this court. I do not allow people to speak badly of other people when they're not here.
Okay.
And I know that I've told you what I tell everybody else who comes in this courtroom. If you have an issue with probation and they're not addressing it, you can always come in, because we're always here, Monday through Friday. And you can always come in and address it with Miss Abrams, or come in and address it with me. And if you feel like Miss Abrams is not hearing you, I will hear you. But I can tell you right now, she always hears people. So don't come in here saying probation is saying, I don't get paid enough for this. And honestly, they don't get paid enough. But probation officers from the 187th, they don't say that, because they know that my key thing in court is everybody needs to be kind to each other. Even if you fake it, you better fake it with an Oscar-winning performance that you care and that you're kind, because everybody has bad days. So what are your issues? Why are you using? You say you have bad days. Your boyfriend not listening to you. Well, if your boyfriend is not listening to you and he's a part of the problem, then you need to ask yourself, do I need this boyfriend in my life? Because if they're not bringing anything positive to the equation, you know what that means? They don't love you. You're just a stop along the way. I know you're probably not listening to me,
No, I am.
but that means that there's certain people that you need to cut out of your life. And sometimes the worst people in your life is family. And sometimes you got to cut family out of your life. People always say, you don't choose your family, you choose your friends. Well, you're choosing bad people. So, and then if there are family members who are not any good to you, once you evaluate it without the cloud of marijuana, then maybe they need to be cut loose. There's no harm in cutting family loose. You send them a card at birthdays, Christmas, and Thanksgiving, and the holidays, and call it a day. So what else is going on? Is there some mental issue that we need to discuss? All right, you can't use marijuana. What are you suggesting?
Your Honor, we have listed the relapse prevention stay and quit program,
Okay.
and I think that would suffice.
All right, we're going to extend 6 months, amend conditions to the relapse prevention program, stay and quit program.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to want her tested for levels.
Yes, Your Honor.
And is there anybody she can talk to when she has issues? Me, if something comes up in my life, I can always pick up the phone and call my mom and say, this is what's going on. Find out if there's some support system group you can. Do you have anybody that supports you and looks after you? There are always support groups out there, even if it's you're in a book club or something. There's always so is there any you can talk to? Because book club stuff sometimes she's going to find out if there's some support group, and you probably need to get involved in a group. There are always support. It could be a travel there, even if it be a book club. You're in a book club, or something. At some point in time, there's always people you're going to meet somebody you can talk to, and they're going to be your friend. Book club stuff sometimes spills over go outside the book club, and you maybe somebody you probably need to get involved in a group. Understand? It could be a travel group. So it could be a book club. Come back here, and at some point in time, positive for marijuana. You're going to meet somebody. I'm going to say this, and they're going to be your friend. If you have an issue and you feel like your probation officer is not addressing it, you can always somebody you can talk to with different issues. Except for Saturday and Sundays, because we're not here. All right, so do not come back here. Testing positive for marijuana. I'm going to say this again. If you have an issue and you feel like your probation officer is not addressing it, you can always come to discovery. So where are we on except for Saturday and Sundays, because we're not here.
I spoke to Mr. Goldstein about it.
All right.
Morning.
Good morning.
We have like another box, and it's something that I
So
think we're gonna have to meet up and actually.
We're here today on
look over.
discovery. So where are we on that?
I have I think 6 or 7 boxes
About
right now.
There are literally
Good morning.
thousands
We have like another
of
box, and it's
letters that
something that I think
think
we're gonna have to
I
meet
have an
up and actually
obligation,
look over. Because
due diligence to read.
I have 7, I
I'm
think 6
about
or 7
halfway
boxes
through what we've
right
got now.
now.
There are literally
I think
thousands
they
of
have
another box that they're gonna give us. Letters
So we're asking
that
for
I
another
think
discovery
I
compliance.
have an obligation.
All right.
Stop it.
All right. I will give
Due
you all another
diligence to read.
discovery compliance.
I'm about
I know
halfway
this
through
is
what
an
we've
old
got now.
case, but
I
this
think they
case
have
did
another
not
box that
originate
they're
in the
gonna give us.
187 District Court.
So we're
So
asking
when this
for
case was on
another
the docket in
discovery compliance.
2019,
All right.
it was not here. All right. I
So
will
this
give
case
you all
only
another
came
discovery
here.
compliance. I
in
know this is an old
2023,
case,
and that's May
but this
of
case did not
2023.
originate
So I don't
in the
know
187
what the
District
other
Court.
court was doing.
So when
but
this
I'm
case
trying
was
to
on the
make
docket in
sure,
2019,
Mr.
it was not
McIntyre,
here. That your
so
attorney
this
has all
case
the
only
discovery
came here
and both
your
in
attorney in the state have had a
2023,
chance
and that's
to review
May
that,
of 2023.
because
So I
whoever
don't
the
know
prosecutors
what the
were
other court was doing
on your
but I'm
case in
trying
the
to
other
make
court,
sure this is a different
Mr.
prosecutor.
McIntyre,
So they have the
that your
boxes to
attorney
go
has
through.
all
Do you
the
understand?
discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
And both
All right. So
your attorney in the state have had a
I'm-
chance to
how much
review
time
that
are you all asking
because whoever the prosecutors were
ask for the moon and
on
the
your
moon,
case
and
maybe
maybe the other
you'll
court?
catch some stars.
This is a
Is that the
different
way it
prosecutor.
goes? So they have the boxes to go through. Do you
I
understand?
think
Yes, ma'am.
The
All right, so
important places to look
I'm-
for important
how much
answers
time
for
are
the
you all
Bible and
asking
country
for?
and Western music. I think.
ask for the moon and the moon, and
Oh, I
maybe
love
you'll
all
catch some
music.
stars. Is that the way it goes?
Actually,
Country and Western
there-
music, though,
I-
sometimes
I
it's so
think
sad. There's
the
a song
important
where
places to look for
the
important
guy
answers for
is
the
singing, and
Bible
I
and
love
country and Western
the
music.
song, but it's so
Country
sad.
and Western music.
Where he's
I
driving.
love all
He
music.
says,
Me
"That's
too,
my
actually.
house.
Country
That's
and
my
Western
dog."
music, though,
That's my
sometimes
wife,
it's so
but that's
sad.
not my
There's a
truck.
song where
I think you're talking about
The guy is singing, and I love the song, but it's so sad. Where he's driving.
with regards to
He
discovery,
says, "That's my house.
I will
That's
give you
my
all
dog.
60
That's
days.
my
I normally
wife,
don't
but that's
do
not
that.
my
Is that
truck."
enough time for everyone?
I think you're talking about
I will hope so.
Yeah.
We hope so.
That's
So with regards to
speaking of
discovery,
country, no.
I will give you all
I think
60
that
days.
should
I
be
normally don't
enough,
do
right?
that. Is that enough time
I'll
for
be
everyone?
honest, I will hope this is the case. I'm hoping we can work out.
We hope so.
There are a lot of moving parts that are beyond anyone's control in this courtroom. I think that should need to be resolved, but I do think I'll be honest. This is the case. I'm hoping we can work
All right,
out.
Miss Ferguson.
On this case,
there are
if
a
I
lot
can
of
have a
moving
60-day
parts
reset
that
for
are
discovery.
beyond anyone's control in this courtroom that need to be resolved, but I do think we can work something out.
All
So
right.
that's mine.
All right, Miss
That puts
Ferguson.
us at December
On this
7th.
case, if I can
February,
have a
but
60-day
December
reset
7th
for
will be
discovery. Well, you know what? We'll see where we are in December.
Thank you.
Okay. Because I've discovered attorneys, and I include myself in that. We
That
tend
puts
to
us at December
procrastinate because you
7th.
always have
February,
something.
but
I say on the
December 7th
stove
will be
that's
fine.
on the front.
Well, you know
front
what? We'll
burner.
see where we
Then
are
when
in
you have
December.
something else,
Thank you.
you say, "I'm going to put that in the
Because
freezer
I've
because
discovered
I have this that's boiling on the
attorneys,
stove."
and I include
So,
myself in that.
Mr. McIntyre,
we tend
we're
to
gonna come back on
procrastinate
December
because you always
7th to
have
see where we
something.
are on
I say on the
discovery.
stove that's on the front
All right, do you have any
burner.
questions about
Then when you
anything?
have something else, you
All
say
right, I'm gonna
anything
put that
else
in
that
the
the court
freezer
needs to cover.
because
Can
I have
board
this
the-
that's boiling on the
not on
stove.
behalf of the defense,
So,
may I board the
Mr.
court with
McIntyre, we're going to come
country
back on
Western?
December 7th to
Most
see where we
definitely.
are on
My
discovery.
son got in a
All right, do
fight
you have any questions about anything?
in junior high school.
All right, anything else that the
And,
court needs to cover?
The sheriff called me and asked me to come out and meet. May I board the court with them in country Western? My son was upset
Most
about
definitely.
a girlfriend. My son and got in a fight. Story about the Bible in junior high school is something that I actually sheriff said, "Won't you go home?" Sheriff called me and asked me to come out and meet my wife, of course, them. And you give him some. My son was upset about a girlfriend. He's 34 now. And I said, you know, that story about the Bible in country two places was something that I took him up to my room. Sheriff said, "Won't you go home and talk to your son?" I think it's, and my wife, of course, about you give him went to a high school football game and he saw he's 34 girlfriend. And I said, you know, he saw his old girlfriend. There only two remembered to look, and so I took him up to my room to God, and I put on his rest of his life with his old girlfriend. It was a live performance. Went to a high school football game and he saw his refrain. Girlfriend. Thank God for with his wife. Saw his old
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah, I love that
He
song.
remembered, me too, and I dropped him on his knees and praying to God that he could spend his the rest of his life with his old girlfriend. It was a live performance.
Just hang in there. It's gonna life is gonna do you.
Oh, it's good. Oh, yeah, I
Yes,
love
most
that
definitely.
And
song.
me too. And I told my
Right,
son, I
and
said,
I'm glad you
"Look
said
at your
junior
mom."
high. Now people are talking about middle school. That's how old I am. It was junior high.
Significant upgrade.
If you just
I'm
hang
like
in there,
20,
it's gonna
so,
life is gonna do
we
you.
were
Oh, it's good.
in between.
Yes, most definitely.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
and
you're
I'm glad
welcome.
you said junior high.
Do
Now
you need to
people are
speak
talking
with him
about middle
anymore?
school.
No,
That's how old I am. It was junior high.
Well, I went to Twain, so we were in between. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you need to speak with him anymore?
No, we're